Just sit right back and you hear a tale of a fateful trip that started from this tropic port aboard this tiny ship. Yes, everyone, it is Miss Sophia the Diva, and I'm back to do a review of season 8, episode 4 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. This one involved a interesting, rocky, horrific experience with the Real Housewives of Atlanta and Kenya Moore's poorly planned, poorly executed so-called bachelorette party for her bestie, Cynthia. Shade was being thrown. We had houses being built, friendships being torn down, folk getting kicked. I mean, it had all kinds of drama. This was a really, really good episode. Last week's was really good, and I haven't been able to get around to reviewing because I'm trying to figure out how to use my Mac. Because yes, I finally got a Mac. I'm still doing this on my PC, and my PC, I was in the middle of recording this the first time, and it just shut off on me. I'm like, oh God, please let me get up to speed on this Mac. But either way, let's just get into it. Let's talk about the very staged. Ah, oh my God, girl, you come into my house with Kenya Moore and Sheree. Kenya time. I'm just gonna go down here and see. I'm gonna leave Castle Grayskull, my house in the ditch, and come on down here to see what Chateau Sheree is doing. Well, Chateau Sheree seems to be doing quite well. The house, the outside is nicely built. I know everyone is questioning how is it that Sheree has taken so long to like get her house built. Who really cares? If it's something you really, really want, shit, you'll sacrifice and work for it. That's probably why she's back on Real Housewives of Atlanta. She's probably coming in on the home run of finishing. And just really just wants to get it done. But bravo producers, they did a horrific job of trying to make it look like, Kenya just happened to be in the neighborhood and decided to take a stroll. I mean, girl, bye. They up here doing collections, I mean, not collections, but critiquing each other on the low. Oh, girl, you got your house done. You got this. Oh my God, I got ceilings. I got electric girl. I ain't got no floor. Oh my God, I need draperies. So they made this bet, King and Sheree, that by Christmas, whomever's house is done, then the other one will clean the other one's house. Okay, whatever. I have a feeling that I'm putting it to you this way: there's no shortcuts in life. You want a good house, King. All I'm gonna say is don't be trying to do no shortcuts, honey. We would hate for that house to fall on your head. What a troll. Then we come up on Candy's supposed to be taking it easy. She working from home, but she's still working. And I'm just like, girl, stop. Cynthia pooches her way by to basically just have a girl talk and some pep talk because her life is falling apart. And she know Candy got good credit because Papa Smurf done took all her good credit and retirement funds. Somebody better call Saul. Um, Anyway, she up there crying so much. It's not be different. Oh my God. I'm like, girl, because once you said I do, that's a whole different thing from being able to walk away. Because even Leon was like, from one to the other, he was like, usually you just walk away, you cut your ties. I'm trying to figure out what happened with Leon and Cynthia. Why are they not together? They have this beautiful daughter, but they didn't work out. But then again, based upon how docile and how, just it seems like Cynthia suffers from some sort of identity crisis, and I don't know because she played meek and innocent and mild for a long time, and I guess they told them, girl, if you don't get it together, get it up to speed, we're gonna cut your checks off. And we all know Papa Smurf been using all your money, going down to the banks and demanding your bank account balances so he can bully you into getting your money. But either way, Candy was sharing with her how her and Todd are going to be opening a restaurant, and how, Candy was even saying, Todd supported me in the play, even though he told me it was a bad idea. I don't think now is ideal to be trying to open a restaurant, but you know what? Hey, let's get into it. Let's do it. And so Cynthia was like, girl, oh my God, that's really high. I mean, we don't have bar one. Trust me, Cynthia, going into it, Candy has been doing business for a very long time. Whatever it is she does, the play thing was a first endeavor, but she's established this business, Bedroom Candy, Candy Coated Nights, her production company, all of that. I mean, so I think she'll be fine. You, on the other hand, has allowed Papa Smurf to make you look like Boofoo the Fool and totally mismanage your money. And I hope that you are not practicing that the man is the head of the household. I'm going to be totally submissive. There's being submissive, and then there's also being a fool, too. Yes. This day and age, especially when you probably had the most money, I don't know what Peter did to you to get you. He must have turned you out. I don't know. He did something to the sugar bowl and just turned you out, because there is no way, unless my other theory about you two is that because y'all need those checks from these defunct businesses that he has set up, y'all may be just doing this for drama. Because I mean, it makes for a great storyline. People are shocked and appalled. I mean, it's great. It's like shock TV. It's like Mari Povich finally, or who is it? Mari Povich and Jerry Springer action. Some of us live for that stuff. So hey, more power to you. Kim and Phaedra and pooch off some novelty store that looks like an old school Spencer's from back in the 80s, buying little sexy underwear and sexy, giving their men sexy teas. I don't know who Phaedra, is getting it ready for, but Phaedra just like to have stuff. Phaedra a big freak anyways. I mean, how else she got, what else is she gonna do? And who knows who she's pooching around Atlanta with. But needless to say, Porsha is getting this for Duke to take their Skype and FaceTime conversations to a new level. And even Phaedra is kind of like, girl, you really are just like trying to rush this. And, it's a weed thing and me and him, because she had this party. But the truth of the matter is, the underlying issue with Porsha at the end of the day is this. Porsha wants to be a wife and mother, and in that order. And it didn't work out with Cordell Stewart, because Cordell, as we all know, the rumor mills, and I have met someone that did know him from back in his college days, he has an affection for men. Let's just be real. He married Porsha as a beard because he knew Porsha was sweet and innocent at the time. And, hey, why not take advantage of this young girl? Because, she's not very bright when it comes to ways of relationships. And that's evident with her relationship with Duke that is now defunct. Which Duke, the rumor mills online, is that he also has a thing for transsexuals or trannies or whatever the proper term is. But either way, Porsha is really trying to rush it. She gonna call Phaedra crying and whining because she called Duke and he told her he wouldn't be able to talk to her because he was in meetings and he would hit her back in a few. A few, honey, could be the end of business day, okay? You getting impatient for over an hour. The man trying to make money. Oh my God, girl, get it together. And plus, he was young. He's 24. Maybe he really was into you, but you were trying to rush everything. And also because you were jealous of your sister, which that at that party was totally staged too. Bravo. Y'all need to do better with that too. I'm pregnant. And everybody looked shocked, but not really, because everyone probably already knew she was pregnant. But for some reason, y'all just felt that was the proper time to plug that in. I guess to tie in the fact that Porsha kind of looks like an idiot because she's chasing it behind this young man who's probably 10 years younger than her. Because how old is Porsha? 34, 35? Either way, girl, he's 24. He's still trying to sow his wild oats. He probably really don't know who he is. I don't know, but as far as I know, they not together anymore. She's just thirsty and desperate. It almost looks like Boo Boo Kitty Anika from Empire. I mean, it's just really sad, girl. You just look like an oversexed fool. I mean, I don't know. But anyway, let's get into this boat trip today. The boat trip comes. Oh, let me back and dial it back. Oh, Phaedra and Kim Fields get together, and Phaedra, is shocked by how church-like Kim is. I'm very shocked at what a homebody Kim Fields is. I mean, because she's been in Hollywood like the majority of her life. And she doesn't have a lot of close girlfriends, she says. She doesn't go out a lot. Her whole life is carpool, kids, and her husband. And, and when she does, she directs and acts. And that's pretty much her life. Even her husband has said, you need to get some friends. Because I can't just be your friend all the time. I want to go hang out with the boys, too, basically. She talking about, too much boobage. And I was like, girl, You talking to Phaedra Parks. Phaedra like to show off the girls every now and then because we done all seen her with all of this hanging out, honey. Just all of this. Just giving us all the little curves and waves of Phaedra Parks. But I will say this, I love Phaedra Parks because she thinks of everything. I mean, they had a play date with the kids, and they didn't even have to worry about the kids because Phaedra had a lifeguard on duty. So that was pretty awesome. Although there was one when the camera panned where she only seemed to be focused on the two little ones, and the other two were just in the pool, just not really being looked at. But I don't know. She's an expert, so maybe she knows what to do. But anyway, day of the boat trip comes, Lord. This when all hell breaks loose on this 3 hour tour. Oh shit! Somebody gonna end up dry docked. I don't know. And Kenya disturbs me in the worst way. She is so freaking negative and so nasty and just really is the person that she shows us. She is just not a good person. She's not a nice person. She is a broken, bitter heifer. Okay. And you know this, and another thing in this episode, that if y'all can take anything from it, I really really wish that women in general would stop trying to use bitch as a term of endearment. It's not. It's a bad word. It's not an uplifting word. I mean, you know, we know that the kids love to use it. One of my favorite people that I follow online, he uses it all the time. I mean, but I just don't think it's appropriate for us to refer to each other as bitch as a term of endearment, because look what happened on the boat trip. Let's get into it. So today, everybody carpooling and riding together. Kenya and Cynthia, of course, are going to ride together because she's the host and Cynthia is the guest of honor. Cynthia brings on this Rapunzel, one big braid chick, Tammy, who has to just let us know that she is Bob Whitfield, Sheree Whitfield's husband's best friend of 15 years. Best friend, huh? Okay. Okay, cool. We can work with that. At one point, you know, Kenya, like, I can't believe she just brought me. She even asked me, well, you're doing the party for her. If she wanted to bring someone else, she wanted to bring 5 of her friends. She should have been able to. You're hosting this party for her. But then, could you afford extra people, Kenya? Because, I mean, that party you did in that sweatbox, work it, working up a black sweat. Had everybody in there sweating, cats and dogs and shit. Poe Candy ended up having to leave because she got sick from the heat, girl. Mm-mm. But anyway, she had nerve to be trying to talk about throughout this, when she had tried to talk about Tammy's feet, and I'm thinking, yo, bestie last season had feet that was giving us. She had fibroid of the feet, basically. Thank you, Justin J, for that. She had fibroid of the feet, and then on top of that, Porsha already had peeped your ash game on your ashy ass feet, so you should never talk about anybody's feet, girl. And then on top of that, you know, Cynthia's friend is just all loose with the lips, and she just like quiet as it. First of all, this is what killed me. She said she know what throw shade mean, but you know what? I can't even say that she should know what throw shade, because how many of us that are over 30 really should be knowing what shade? I ain't gonna lie, I love using the term and the phrase throwing shade. Oh, she shaded, throw shade. But she said she didn't know what it meant. I can understand that, because there have been times, let's just be real, when social media really started blowing up in Facebook, who knew what LOL meant? I thought it meant laugh out loud. No, no, I forgot what it was. But anyways, all of us had come up with this different, you know, living out loud. That's what I thought it meant, living out loud. So I can respect the fact. But she is shady. On the cool she is, because she's like, I don't think that Sheree ever would have married Bob if he hadn't been a Falcon. Hell, who would have married him if he hadn't been a Falcon? Have you looked at him? He's not the most attractive man. I don't know how Sheree did it, because Sheree is not an unattractive woman. But either way, moving on. Ugh. Because he looked like Mr. Snuffleupagus, and not in a cute, furry way either. Uh, but anyway, we get on this Kim Fields and Candy ride together, and you know, we learn that Kim don't Kim probably got a little freak in her because she said she don't like to wear panties. Uh, Candy like, damn, she probably don't like to trim down there, wax either. I don't know what that's all about. And then she was like saying how she really gets excited about carpool. Kim, really? Girl, you are a stark contrast from what I thought you would be. But I guess that's kind of the dynamics. You play a role and then you go back to being homebody Kim. But you know, growing up, I always loved Regine, her and her hair and her fashion and her fabulosity. I know it's just a character, but I always feel like maybe in acting, just a little bit of you is that character also. But I guess not. But girl, will say this: girl got me a lot of good wigs because of you. I was inspired to have hair of all kinds. Yes, Regine. So we get to the boat. Porsha and I think pretty much everyone is there. Everyone gets there except for Sheree, who arrives a few minutes after everyone. But Shamia is there, and if you saw the prior episode or 2 episodes ago, Shamia was there for the sweatbox party when we all discovered that Kenya Moore was having a fabulous party with no product. Plain and simple. And so, anyway, she had a problem with Shamia being there, but Cynthia has a friend. But you didn't tell Cynthia it was a problem, but you did refer to her friend as a stray, which that was totally inappropriate. You always got shit to say, and then when people come for you, or you claim I don't come for people unless they come for me, don't nobody be coming for you. You're always on guard, and you're always trying to be preemptive. It's like, let me go ahead and get my preemptive strike in because I know they're going to come for you. But we all know, Kenya Moore, after watching this episode for sure, that there can be no doubt that you suffer from some sort of mental inadequacy, insecurity, and you really need to go get some fucking help because you're fucking crazy and out your damn mind. And you always want to talk about other people, but then when people hit you, you want to get upset and start crying and shit and act like you ain't done nothing, like you've always been innocent. Girl, bye with them contacts on. Um, you threw shade at Tammy again. You threw shade at Kim, trying to tell her she was 50 when come to find out y'all ain't no more than 4 or 5 months apart. You 46, just like she is. But, well, when you 50, Kim was like, who 50? Girl, I am not 50. I am 46 years old. Girl, you better get your life and go sit down somewhere before I pull out these skates that you think are on eBay. Girl, go sit down somewhere. I will roll all over you, twirl your little ass on. And my thing is, why would you attack someone that you trying to get help from? You told her you want her to help with life twirls on. Girl, you better twirl on some of your troll looking ass. Girl, bye. Then she threw Kim's stuff overboard. But I'm like, Kim was like, shit. Last time I was at an event that you hosted, you ran out of cups and there wasn't enough food for everybody. We were all sweating up and down. I am a Cub Scout mama and I come prepared. Okay, girl, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. And then Tammy is thirsty for candy. So my son. I'm like, what is this? And then she tried to get Candy. Remember her? Candy was like, girl, if you ain't talking about dollars and cents, I don't need to talk to you. You know what? Let me go see. I'm pregnant and I'm high as hell, and I just got pooch on over here. So that happens. Uh, then at one point, Kenya gets mad because Shamia done told her about herself, and you just being very disrespectful. Shamia wasn't even doing anything, Y'all thought y'all had squashed that, and next thing I know, everybody getting turned up and drunk, and the alcohol was flowing and people got in their feelings at the bottom of the Hennessy bottle. And I'm just like, what the fuck just happened? Because, Kate, Captain, I want somebody off the boat. And she got to go. You trying to kick Shamia off. Hell, somebody should throw your ass overboard because you're just oh girl, you make my blood pressure go up. I just can't believe that someone is just as low and as vile and just so mean spirited as you are, Kenya. You were Miss USA. I almost said Miss America. That would have really gotten under your skin, wouldn't it? Because you hate that. I was on Twitter with people. Some people, said she has more insults, negativity, and nasty things to say about everyone in every situation. She's a loser. Um, Bottom line is this: the best tweet of the night that I got based on when we were all online talking about King and More ass was the fact that friendship is knowing when to commit someone into a hospital and not give them a television contract. That was from Lil Pound Cake. I don't know who she is, but she is hilarious, and we had this good ass time on Twitter roasting your ass. But either way, let's get to it because this video has gone too long, and I need to go to bed because my allergies are kicking my butt. Thank you, Zyrtec, because it finally stopped the sneezing. Um, Cynthia, Cynthia, honey, you need to go see somebody. You have anger management problems. You are lashing out at the wrong person. I hope you feel really, really shitty when you saw how Porsha heart really went out to you because she knows what it's like to be in a bad relationship and things not going right. And hers ultimately ended up in divorce because you got upset because of the way in which Porsha called you a bitch. But you said that using bitch is kind of an term of endearment amongst this girl. Bitch should never be a term of endearment. Sister girl, angels, diva loves. Those are terms of endearment. Honey, my hearts, my loves, something you don't have to use, bitch. Boss lady is awesome. Lady bosses, something, but you don't have to use bitch. And then look what happened. Y'all been playing around with that word, and Cynthia decided to jump Judy on it and get real. And then Porsha didn't mean anything by it. But yet you look for it, and you better be glad Porsha didn't lay your ass out on that deck. Because you kept calling her a dumbass, and then she went from dumbass to you think you fooling people that you supposed to be stupid or whatever. Girl, last time somebody was talking to Porsha about her level of intelligence, they got drugged. Ask King and More. And so I just, and apparently this is the episode. The next episode coming up is when we'll see the actual kick. But I guess Cynthia kicked Porsha in her abdomen, and I don't know if that was a preemptive strike or not. I mean, you were demanding an apology, but at the same time you couldn't accept it. And I love when Porsha was like, girl, you must think I'm Papa Smurf for somebody, but I am not. Do I look like Papa Smurf to you? I was like, oh damn, Porsha. But I mean, it's just really sad. This episode was a hot ass mess, and y'all need to get y'all's lives and get it together. Cynthia, if you're that unhappy, if you're truly that unhappy that it would push you to assault somebody, to commit a battery on somebody, and face possible criminal charges that rise to the level of a felony, you need to go see somebody. Is Dr. Sheree around? Somebody get her some help. But that's all I've got. Next week we'll see the wrap up and conclusion of what happens on this 3 hour tour that turned into a nightmare on Elm Street or Castle Grayskull. I don't know. I'm just so here for this show. I probably shouldn't be. But anyways, I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving, a great holiday. Christmas is around the corner. For most of us, Jesus is the reason for the season. It is not just to go out and buy gifts for everyone. And I saw something very interesting on one of my friends' Facebook pages, and that parents should take into consideration not every child is going to have a great Christmas filled with hoverboards and iPads and the latest technology gadgets. Stop saying stuff is from Santa. Just say that, the iPad is from Santa, but this bike and this other stuff is from me. Don't, I hope everyone had a good time shopping. I hope these real retailers realize that more and more people are not going in the stores. It's not safe anymore. I saw a melee that happened at a Walmart. Walmart and these other retailers that have these super deals that are supposed to be inside the store, y'all really need to get organized. Quite frankly, I think everyone should get in line. You should give everybody a number, let X amount of people in, everybody get their limit of what they can get, and everybody get out. Because people have died and have been trampled in your stores, and it just makes no sense. It's senseless dying and unnecessary wrongful death suits that you have to pay out, and I'm pretty sure your stockholders are happy Speaking of which, I need to look at what Walmart stock is. I probably need to add some Walmart stock to my portfolio. But anyways, I just wanted to add that little tidbit. Everybody be safe out there. The world is getting crazy. Just down the street from my job in downtown Long Beach, there was a pipe bomb or something suspected to be a pipe bomb. So everybody stay prayed up, stay safe, and I will see you all. I need to do another Diva Disturb. My energy level these days just have not been what they should be. I've had a lot of stuff going on, a lot of loss in my family, and some of my friends and cousins have had losses in their family and spouses' families. It's just been a season of loss. I'm hoping that 2016 will be a season of restoration. But anyways, everyone stay safe and stay fabulous. I am Miss Sophia the Diva.